am absolutely sympathetic to the conditions of those who have found themselves in Libya, one way or the other. But I think we also have a duty, maybe through National Orientation Agency or any other agency, to advise our people. We are in a free country, nobody needs exit visa to travel. But people should be informed that after the collapse of Gaddafi, Libya is no longer what it used to be. And Nigerians will leave this country no matter what anybody say. This country is far ahead of some of those countries that they have been trafficked to. They have this illusion that once you are out of Nigeria boundaries, all is well. We need, as much as we talk about how to assist those who are already there, we have to discuss how to prevent more and more Nigerians from going to Libya, following illegal routes. They don't have visa to get there. And if you follow illegal route to go to a country with its own serious internal security challenges, what are you to expect? In spite of all the effort of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Commission on Diaspora, they have paraded young men and women who are being brutalized, dehumanized in Libya. And yet, some Nigerians will still take advantage to go there. What are they looking for? We need to also educate our people. Because as we speak, even our security challenges in Nigeria, not a few believe that with the collapse of the authorities in Libya, those weapons that are now in Nigeria that are being used for kidnapping, for mayhem, for all kinds of criminality, many trace them to the collapse of Gaddafi and the subsequent anarchy that prevailed in Libya for a long, long time. So I think we should do both. Not just condemn how our people are treated in Libya, but also focus on how to discourage our people from going there. They need to know that that is not a place you go for, quote, greener pasture. There is no pasture there, whether green, blue, or black. Nigerians need to be educated on this. Because like you said, my brother, these have been over and over and over. And yet, our people keep going there. I think we do need to search our own conscience, educate our own people, and discourage them from going to zones that we know, if they get there, they are going to end up in the manner that some of these people have ended up. Thank you, Mr. President.
Distinguished colleagues, let us look at the prayers. Unless you have any additional information, otherwise it's been seriously debated. Is it anything different from what they said? Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. Previously. So I understand the weight and import of this motion. And I'm standing to say that apart from the graphic details presented to us by our distinguished brother, Aniekan, we are aware, when I was chairman of that committee, that Nigerians have been subjected to unacceptable, inhuman treatment by some countries in Africa. And we're members of African Union.
Yeah.
We're members of African Union. There is no reason why an African will find himself in another African country and he will be so or she treated as if he's not a human being. There were videos made in this Libya where Nigerians were subjected to unacceptable, inhuman treatment. So I want to say that apart from the prayers here, that we should be able to use the auspices of the African Union, to be able to drive this warning to African nations that treat their brothers as if they are animals. Anybody can find himself anywhere. And when you are found somewhere, there are protocols and laws that will govern the way you treat people you find in your land, even if the person entered there illegally. It's not by putting them in the chamber and kill them because you found them in your country. So this thing they are doing to Nigerians must stop. Let government use the auspices of the African Union. Any country that is dealing with Africans in this manner shall be blacklisted. I agree with Senator Shomole that we have to put alert signals to Nigerians and place certain countries on red alert where Nigerians should not go there because the hatred is too much. We're not talking about Libya. If you go to Ethiopia, we face the same situation. Nigerians face the same situation in Ethiopia. In Central African Republic, the same thing. And these are African countries. If we have African Union as a union that joins us as Africans, the African Union will not look the other way. When people are abused and molested in this ugly way, Nigerians are being treated in some countries in Africa. So that's what I want to say, and I believe that the African Union should not watch, and these things will continue. Thank you.
Thank you. So, then Woko, you want to second the motion? It's not a debate, though. He has moved that we should urge the National Orientation Agency to, as a matter of urgency, educate Nigerians, old and young, on the dangers of immigrating to countries that are war-torn.
I understand.
Based on the suffering and enslavement that Nigerians are currently going through.
Yes, Mr. President.
I think it's a very good proposal.
Yes.
That sensitization is important. So,
Mr. President,
no, Nema is up there.
My name is Senator Ned Nwoko.
So you want to second that?
Yes, I do second the motion.
To, as a matter of urgency, commence immediate sensitization of all Nigerians on the dangers of emigrating to countries that are war-torn and in conflict because of the experiences and the sufferings that other Nigerians have gone through. And it has been seconded by Senator Ned Nwoko. Those in support of this additional prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Let me now thank the distinguished Senator.
Additional prayer, Mr. President. Just indulge me, please, just 1 minute.
Additional
prayers. Mr. President, I think what we should also do...
No, additional prayer.
Yes. I do propose an additional prayer that they exercise firm discretion in allowing or refusing Nigerians the permit to live at the borders. As we just said from the prayers of Adam Soshomole.
So we should mandate
our border control agencies.
Our border control agencies.
Yes, to exercise firm discretion.
To exercise firm discretion
in deciding whether to allow our Nigerians who are moving or traveling to certain designated places, whether they should be allowed to exit or not. Just because they have a visa or they have a passport doesn't mean that they should be allowed.
No, I want additional prayer.
No, you can't talk about freedom. No. Mr. President, should I just...
your additional prayer is that we should...
maintain discretion.
To exercise firm discretion.
In refusing any traveler whose mission to Libya, specifically, is not cogent.
But how will you know? Because if they have a visa...
The border control, that's their job to find out.
No.
If you don't do this, Mr.
It will infringe on the constitutional provisions of freedom of association and freedom of movement.
Then this problem will never stop.
Because if they have a visa to go and see the president of Libya,
yes,
and you say they should not go, but then Any seconder to this additional prayer?
Huh?
No seconder. Okay.
Additional prayer, please.
Additional prayer, yes.
Uduaha, representing the people of Kogi Central. I do have an additional prayer that the Nigerian Immigration and Prison Services should liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in prisons. This is born out of the fact that numerous Nigerian women who were sex trafficked to Libya and happened to escape the unworthy, unhuman situations were arrested and detained in the Libyan prisons, and they are being used to satisfy the sexual urges of the prison warders and prison officials. It is a fact that many of our Nigerian women who found themselves in the Libyan prisons are pregnant, and many have given birth to children who live in the prisons. So I would appreciate the chambers and my colleagues do approve this so that children, innocent children who are of Nigerian heritage do not suffer with their innocent mothers, that they be brought back to Nigeria. Thank you. Immigration and Prison Services to liaise with the Libyan prisons to repatriate Nigerian female prisoners who birthed children in Libyan prisons.
All right. Any seconder? Any seconder? Yes, seconder, the leader of the Senate.
To second the additional prayer as most ably moved by the distinguished Senator Natasha.
Repeat the additional prayer so that people understand.
Well, Mr. President, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues,
the additional prayer.
I know at all times and in all situations.
The additional prayer is.
Mr. President, I know at all times and in all situations I have the protection of Mr. President.
You have my protection.
And I know.
Just repeat the additional prayer for the benefit of all.
Secondly, Mr. President, it is already in our Hansard recorded that Mr. President, in asking for secondment, did himself repeat the additional prayer. And I'm relying on that. Thank you, sir.
I know that the Senate leader is a lawyer. Don't practice your law on the Senate. Repeat what you are seconding. It's very simple. You are seconding the additional prayer, so repeat it so that they can capture it very well.
On a serious note, Mr. President, her additional prayer, it was a very lengthy one.
Which one?
And part, Mr. President, part of what we have been trying to also let our colleagues know is that an additional prayer should not be a debate. But her additional prayer was simply to direct the immigration service to liaise with the Libyan authorities with a view to returning female prisoners. That was our additional prayer.
Distinguished colleagues, the addition has been explained. Those in support of the additional prayer say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So let me now thank distinguished Senator Anieka Mbasi, former Speaker Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, for bringing this to the fore. And pray that when this is communicated to the relevant authorities, Senator Garba and his committee on legislative compliance will follow up to be sure that all the prayers we have brought out today, including the additional prayers, are adhered to. And then use this opportunity to also urge Nigerian youths that home is home. Home is best. That sometimes some of the places you are going into, you may be going into a lot of suffering because you are looking for greener pastures, while the home may be greener than where you are looking at. May God guide us as we take decisions on immigration. And may God protect Nigerians wherever they are, whether in Libya or in other countries. Thank you for bringing this to the fore. Leader of the Senate.
Federal Republic of Nigeria.